We will now start the regular press conference by Minister Motegi. Minister, the floor is yours. I have one announcement to make. At today's cabinet meeting, the cabinet approved the signing of the agreement on Japan's association with Horizon Europe, the EU's research and development support framework. The agreement is scheduled to be signed in Brussels the day after tomorrow, Thursday, July 30th. The conclusion of this agreement is expected to promote the participation of Japanese companies, universities, and research institutes in international collaborative research networks centered in Europe, thereby contributing to strengthening Japan's scientific and technological capabilities, among other benefits. That is all for me. Thank you.
For those of you who have questions, please raise your hand. If you're appointed, please come to the closest microphone and name your name and question. And Kyodo News, Onda-san. This is Onda from Kyodo News. Regarding the situation in Iran, the U.S. military paused its attacks on Iran on the 24th after continuously attacking for 13 days from the 11th, and Iran has also halted its counterattacks. There are also reports that President Trump is leaning towards negotiations. Minister, you have expressed your intention to make every effort to foster an environment conducive to talks between the U.S. and Iran. I would like to ask your views on the suspension of the exchange of attacks, as well as how Japan intends to fulfill its role, including future engagements with the Iranian side. Well, I understand that currently exchange of the strikes, military strikes between the U.S. and Iran has been paused. And President Trump has stated negotiations are conducted with Iran. The situation continues to be unpredictable. However, I hope that discussions will continue between U.S. and Iran, and that efforts will be made and at an early stage to de-escalate the situation. The peace and stability of the Middle East, including the Strait of Hormuz, is extremely important for not only Japanese, but for global security and economy. Japan has been fully leveraging its dialogue pipeline with individual countries, including U.S. and Iran, to maximize its diplomatic efforts for the early de-escalation of the situation, as well as daily progress in the discussions between U.S. and Iran, especially with Foreign Minister Araguchi of Iran. I've had 7 telephone conferences since this February and continuously been making the efforts for an early de-escalation of the situation, as well as the recovery of free and safe navigation without any additional costs at the Strait of Hormuz. Soon, with Foreign Minister Araguchi, I would like to have a discussion with him. And we will continue communications with relevant countries and efforts to build an environment conducive for diplomatic resolutions.
Miyawaki-san, Asahi Shimbun, please. Miyawaki, Asahi Shimbun. On Japan-China relations, Mr. Motegi, you have stated that you'd exchanged words with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Manila during a visit on the 22nd. On the other hand, at the regular press conference yesterday on the 27th, Deputy Director of the Information Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Lin Zhuan, said that there was not even a brief exchange. What is your reaction to the Chinese side's denial? On this question, last week in Manila, I gave a press conference, and I'm sure you have heard the answer that I gave. I have nothing more to add to that. In any case, we wish to communicate with China on various levels going forward. I think this is important.
Next question, please. Asbadi-san from Pan Orient News.
My question about Japan-Myanmar relations. Myanmar has been participating in some Asian meetings, and it seems it is normalizing its relations with Asian. Is Japan in a position to open a new chapter and direct dialogue with Myanmar, that the country that you have historical good relations? Thank you.
I am aware that in the recent assembly-related foreign meetings, that from Myanmar, a secretary member has been participating in a continuous matter. Japan considers it indispensable for efforts to be made for political progress, including immediate cessation of violence, release of detainees, including Ms. Aung San Suu Kyi, and sincere dialogue between relevant parties, as well as improvement of the quality of lives of the people in Myanmar. Under this way of thinking, Japan will strengthen its efforts towards improvement of the situation, including the efforts made to all the stakeholders, including Myanmar authorities.
Are there any other questions? If not, we'd like to close the press conference for today. Thank you.